I don't know, you can say that somebody who is homosexual is going to go to hell because they're homosexual. That would also mean that the fact that somebody's heterosexual means that they'll just go to heaven because, well, they're heterosexual. And that just doesn't quite make a lot of sense. And I know Theo bros are going to say, well, but it's an abomination, it's a sin. Okay, so two things on that. First, let's talk sin. What is sin? I mean, what's like the definition of sin? Like, what's the definition of sin that you would accept? Now, I've heard a couple ones. One is a violation of divine law. So I would say homosexuality is not a violation of some divine law. I've also heard that sin is a breaking of the relationship between God and others, or God and neighbor. I don't think loving somebody of the same sex breaks any relationship between your neighbor. I mean, you can not like it and I don't want to see it. Well, some people don't want to see your heterosexual relationship, but it's not breaking a relationship. I mean, if anything, people are coming into a relationship. They're growing into who they are and they're loving who their heart and soul is telling them to love. In fact, I think that's kind of a lovely thing. And it's not breaking a relationship with God, because there are actually gay Christians. Yes, there are gay individuals who believe in God and believe in Jesus. Can you imagine, right? Because some people argue, well, you just got to believe in Jesus to get saved. Well, gay people do. I would actually say churches, Christians, and other individuals that spit hate towards gay individuals, that keep their doors closed and don't welcome people in, sever that relationship between the gay individual and God. And based on the relationship between, it's the sin is severing of relationship between God and neighbor, they're probably more sinful for how they treat the gay individual than for somebody just simply loving somebody who's the same sex. And second part, it's an abomination. Okay, abomination doesn't mean sin. It actually has to do more with like a cultural law or cultural acceptance. It comes from a word called tova, and that's what it kind of relates to. At least I think I said that word right. Hope I did. But you're not supposed to take a position of a woman, right? So a man should not be with a man as they would with a woman, because you shouldn't be a receiver in that relationship. You got to be dominant. You got to be the man, right? That's what it's kind of based on. It just wasn't culturally acceptable. Whether something's culturally acceptable or not doesn't make it sinful. And why wasn't it culturally acceptable? Because everything was based around having kids, especially male kids. So much so that they would kill female babies. It's a cultural issue. It's not a sin issue. And for the love of God, do not send me the other verses that you use for clobber passages. I know them. I got a master's. I don't need them. Thank you.